Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy February. Happy New Year. And happy season 6 premiere of Project Joy Live. We've got Trista Polo today, and we're going to talk about all of the goodness that we have in store for season 6. So don't go anywhere. Season 6 of Project Joy Live starts right now. Everybody. Good morning. How are you today? It is Monday, February 3rd, 2025. I feel like it was just yesterday that we were live for season 5, and I was complaining every single month that a new month would come, like, where's the time going? Well, here we are. We're a whole year later. So happy to be back with you guys. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, the host of Project Joy Live, of the Breakthrough Show, and the creator of the Breakthrough Show Network. This is officially Project Joy Live. It's your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the 9 a.m. Eastern Time hour. It is I'm going to be frank with you this year, okay? This year is going to be all about honesty. This is the only place to be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning, okay? It's the only place to be. You're going to get all the joy. I am joined by some incredible co-hosts this year. I can't wait to introduce everybody to you. It's a couple new people one that's completely new, one that is sort of new as a co-host, but you've seen her before. And then we've got some fun returning faces as well. I'm joined by one of them today. Miss Trista Polo is here, everybody. She is our self-love expert. She's the expert. Okay, I'm just going to say that. And when I say the word expert, see, one of the things I'm learning is that we need to be very clear about what our definitions of things are. When I say expert about myself on certain things, what I'm referring to is being all in for the journey. All in for the journey. I think some people hear the word expert and feel like, they've reached some kind of unattainable, mountaintop moment. Okay. And so it feels almost unreachable sometimes, right? When we hear the word guru or expert or something like that. But I think about it as an expert, as being a person who's all in to the journey of what the thing is that we're talking about, them being an expert. So I'm excited that Miss Trista Polo is joining us again this season. She'll be popping on here in just a moment. I want you to go over to the comments. Let us know where you're joining from. And of course, what is bringing you joy this morning? We've had lots of people popping on today. Frank is here this morning, guys. Everybody, he's ready and get the party started. Let's get the party started, he says. Miss Teresa's here this morning. Good morning to you, Teresa. Yes, welcome back. I'm so excited to be back today. She's looking forward to Miss Trista today. Miss Rhonda's here, Spirit Sessions from Ontario. We need Project Joy, and I appreciate that. I agree, actually, that we all need a little Project Joy. Yes, Miss Rhonda, Miss Teresa, so glad to have you guys here today. I'm excited to be back, and we've got a great show. We're going to be talking about, of course, today, joy. We're going to be talking about self-love, because that's Trista's gig, as you all know. We're going to be talking about what you can expect on Project Joy Live this year, as well as the Breakthrough Show Network as a whole, and lots of fun stuff. So it's going to be great. Miss Brittany's joining us here this morning as well, another one of our co-hosts for this year. So always good to see you here, Brittany. I'm going to start us off with a little message. I thought I would do this on Mondays. A little message that I wanted to share with you this morning. I got this deck of cards called the Moon and Stars Tarot that I'm just so drawn to. There's a lot of purple. in the cards, and y'all know how I feel about the purple. But I don't know, I felt very drawn to it this year. If you guys checked out the spirit sessions yesterday, I was on spirit sessions because we were sharing messages for all the Aquarians. For those that do not know, my birthday is tomorrow. So, I always come back with my shows the week of my birthday, and so we shared lots of messages, and I used the deck on that episode as well. So definitely go check out the replay of spirit sessions if you didn't catch that yesterday. But anyway, I drew a card for everybody this morning because I was like, okay, maybe I want to do this on Mondays, I think, and we're just share a little message. But the card that came up, check this out. And of course, I'm talking about purple, and this card's yellow, right? But it matches. It matches over there in the corner. It's the Four of Pentacles, and the word for this card is control. Control. And there's one particular, typically I go with what I feel for certain cards, but there's one particular message with this card that I wanted to share with you. And it says, prioritizing yourself and your happiness is more important than your status or the value of money, which are not indicators of self-worth. I don't know who needed to hear that today, but there's so many things, and I'm not even just money, but time, energy, our ability, our ability, physical ability to do different things, and we take all of our self-worth and we put it in these baskets instead of going, I am worthy as I am, and so this message has this card has a message that greater times are coming, and to remember that to not put our worth in all these little baskets. Okay, you are worthy as you are, and that is such a beautiful message, I think, to start out the week. So I hope that serves you guys well as we move on here. Listen, Mr. Kevin Kiley is here, who, by the way, had a brand new song premiere 2 days ago called You. Make sure you guys check that out. He also had a new episode of Magical Melodies last night, which you guys can check out as well. So go do that. Didn't we all need that message today? I think so too. Anyway, as we move on this morning, I hope the message served you well. I hope this is going to be an incredible week for you. And to move along here, I want to get Trista on the show. She's the author of Self-Love Shenanigans, and she does so. We are not surprised that the co-hosts this season all do a lot of things. And so I'm sure she'll be telling you about some fun stuff coming up here also. But I'm excited to have her back on as co-host this season. So please, everybody give her a warm welcome in the comments. Trista Polo's here. Trista Polo's here, everybody. Good morning, Miss Trista.
You and those graphics, you always level it up. And there I was like, oh, this is so great. I love it. I love it. There's my face and my name. Wow. Boy, do I feel welcome. Hello. Hello.
We have fun. Thank you so much.
Yay.
I'm so glad. Listen, I'm like most people, I have moments where I'm not particularly kind to myself, and I finish the season and I go, these people are tired of my crap. Nobody's going to want to come back next year. And so I was so pleasantly surprised, and just elated that you were coming back this year. And because I think that self-love is so important, and so much of your message is about that. And I'm happy for you to join this season.
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but I can tell you that being invited to be part of any conversation that you're in, I know it's going to be filled with love, generosity, peace of heart, and contribution. And who would not want to be part of that?
I'll take it. Thank you, Miss Trista.
I'm all in. I bet people in the comments will ditto, echo, and give their own love about coming back. So
now don't make me cry. I'm not supposed to cry till tomorrow. I don't know crying. I'm crying
Why else
today.
did you choose your birthday week if you didn't want to be celebrated AF
Okay, well, okay, I'll take
all
that too.
week long?
Celebrate me. Celebrate me. That's what we're doing today. Brittany says, wonderful message. I love you too, Kevin. Good to see you. And everybody's welcoming Miss Trista back to the show. So we're
Happy
so
to be
glad.
here.
We're so glad. All in. We're all in. We're just gonna have so much fun this year. So also I want to shout out really quick to my friends over on the Instagram. We're live on Instagram this morning as well. So good morning. Good to see you. I know you guys aren't used to seeing us there, but the whole point of Project Joy, well, initially it's just about, I just had a message of joy to share. That was the podcast year, the very first year. And then as we went to live, I was like, this is a great opportunity in the mornings for us to not just share the joy, but to be a sort of uh, a sounding board for all of the great things that we do here on the network, the events, the shows, all of that. So definitely tune in to Project Joy for the announcements, because it's a great place to get your Breakthrough Show Network news in addition to everything else.
Yes.
But let's go back. How was your holiday season? How was everything for you over the holidays? Was it a lot?
It was a lot. It was amazing. We moved about a year and a half ago to be closer to family. So I was able to be at my sister's and take on any elf duties that were needed. I was able to hang out with my niece and nephew. I had a lot of really good, juicy family time. And it was amazing. And it took a toll because there's still some recovery happening for me.
Yeah.
So I did that too and learned some good lessons and found some boundaries. But it was great. It was a really, really great holiday, a really amazing break. And I'm excited because I'm coming back into work mode, but I'm doing some amazing things that I love and enjoy. So I wake up, I'm like, why am I not stressed and strangled with the to-do list? Right. Why is my to-do list feeling like I'm still on vacation? So that's a good thing too. How was your holiday?
Yeah, well, same. It's always, I mean, look, people hear that, we have 6 kids, which only 5 are left at home now. I'm starting to slowly, the birds are flying. But they hear about that, and they hear about that we homeschool, and they just immediately go into this moment of panic for me. They're just like, oh my God, it must be crazy. It really, like, look, I have really great kids. For the most part, I mean, everybody has their moments. I have my moment, and I'm not a child anymore.
But that was a real long thing to say, by the way, for the most part.
Yeah. But it was really great. As many of you know, Miss Brittany and her family came for Thanksgiving. So we had that. And then Christmas was a little quieter, and I appreciated that. Yeah. I appreciated that. I just needed, I wanted to go into this new year with a lot more peace and feeling good about things. And then, the month of January is my month off. I take January off every year. And by off, what I mean by that is I'm not live on a show. That doesn't mean I'm sitting around going, oh, this is fun, I'm just going to go knit something. I was making graphics. I was making videos. I was planning the schedule. Trista can tell you, Brittany can tell you, Teresa can.
And I don't think anyone who knows you is surprised by that. You always have something you're creating and generating.
It's true.
In your downtime. Yeah.
It's true. But I mean, it does. I mean, honestly, it takes a lot more to be on for a show, a lot more energy. And so just having that month break simply to not have to be on is fantastic for me. And I kind of geek out a little bit over the spreadsheets and the graphics and the planning part of it. I get to tap into something that is not inherently natural for me.
Yes, I love that.
So, but it's really nice to be back. I say all that to say that. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's good. So as we talk about self-love, do you have any particular like self-love goals for yourself for this year?
I was contemplating this a little bit earlier today. And what I've noticed is when people come over, like my niece and nephew, my mom's dog, when people come over and spend time here, they don't want to leave. Because I've created a space where everything and everyone is accepted and allowed to just be yourself, be who you are, show up, do what you want, be who you want to be. And I want to extend that out into the world more. I've gotten really good at doing that in my house, like allowing. My motto is, I want to help you win whatever winning looks like to you. That's what I always say. And I want to expand that this year into, I want to help you love yourself as much as I love you. And so like, I always choose a word. I haven't had a word come for me yet, because they usually choose themselves, to be honest. But I want to help you love yourself as much as I love you. Feels like that's what this year is about for me.
I love that. I love that. And that it's a similar journey to what I went on here with Project Joy Live, because uh it was all about just joy, period. Where do
Mhm.
we see joy? Where do we experience joy? Where do we find joy? And then we moved into you really can create joy. Like, look, if you don't see it, you can create it. And then last year we moved into this overall theme that you are the joy, because I think that sometimes we're so focused on it being outside of us that we lose it's here. It's all here. It comes back to here. And so, oh my God, it's so your cup that you just picked up matches a shirt that I have.
Oh, go put it on.
Yeah, I should. It's literally right here because I just did laundry. Anyway, side note. But yeah, so I think it's so nice to take like and that's why what I was saying about being an expert before is
Yeah.
more for me. It's not an arrival. It's like being committed to the journey
Mhm.
and changing and shifting as time goes on.
Yeah, being all in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. I love
It's
that.
great. So I was thinking about, do I have any last year, a lot of my I wanted to experience a lot of joy with music, and we went to so many concerts last
You
year.
did.
A lot. A
Yes.
lot. Like I even as I made a little compilation video, and by little, like the shortest I could get it was like 9 minutes and change. With just like literally a half a second clip for
Yeah.
every band we saw. It was so good, but I really just peace is such an overwhelming theme for me right now.
Mhm.
Like just being at peace, sharing about peace, and you know, I think it's challenging
Mhm.
because of there's an overwhelming narrative of fear right now in the world.
Mhm.
And so I keep having to tell myself, "Bring it back, Jessica.
Yeah.
Bring it back, Jessica." Are you finding how are you finding these energies at the start of the year?
There's a lot of emotion, a lot of fear, a lot of swirl. I find myself when conversations get to certain topics and I know the people in the room in the conversation don't agree, I start to get a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
And I need to manage that. I've done a lot of anxiety management over the last year because it's a new experience for me to have so much of it.
Right.
And so it's been interesting. But I want to share something that came up with a coaching client because I think it is a good time to bring it up and it tracks with what you're saying. Every person is whole, perfect, and just a big ball of peace and love.
Mm.
And that's who we are inside. And when we experience other people being angry or mean or judgmental, all the things,
Mm.
that's really them projecting their trauma onto us
Mhm.
and using us as a mirror to experience and re-experience trauma. And so if we can separate, and I'm not saying it's easy,
Right.
but it's worth it, right? If we can separate the person's trauma experience, how they're projecting that from themselves, then we can have more empathy no matter how they show up. I'm not saying
Mm.
we deserve to be treated certain ways. You can stand up for yourself, step out,
Right.
etc. And there's a way to allow and have grace for everyone, even when that
Mm.
stuff shows up. If we can just remember that that stuff's not real, it's
Right.
just them re-experiencing this habitual trauma that they haven't healed yet, and they don't know how to manage it.
Right.
What are your
Right.
thoughts on that?
But,
Agree, disagree on
I agree, and I think I go back and forth. I think I may have been quoted in my house as saying, "I swear we're in the Truman Show." Like at least 50 times over the last couple months, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
mind blowing for me. And you know what got me this morning too was watching someone react to something on Facebook that they hadn't themselves experienced. So
Mm.
I'm seeing so much of that right now, about people hearing about something and not even necessarily knowing if it's true,
Or
and
the whole
hearing it,
story. Yeah.
right, hearing it, having a whole meltdown on social media about it. And then what one of the things we were talking about during Saturday morning coffee this past week is I shared about the importance of acknowledging how we react to things, and understanding how important how we react to things are.
Yeah.
Not necessarily everybody's on their own journey, but for those of us who are committed to peace, love, joy, the
Mhm.
yummy gooey things, self-love, all of that, I think it's important to acknowledge how we react to things. And it's not in the way of like we have to be perfect for social media or anything like that, but we have to be aware of the way that we react and understanding how that reaction affects other people.
Mhm.
We have to understand that.
Yes, and that's the other side of the journey. How we react to others and how we react at others.
Right.
And those are like the two sides for sure.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. See, some people could see these comments come in from old college friends about being a certain way when we were younger, and we might go, "Oh no, I'm not going to acknowledge that." But I will listen. Growth,
Story time.
growth, everybody, growth. I'm a different person now, and so we'll just leave.
Mhm, mhm.
But anyway, uh, yeah, like I'm seeing so much of the reacting right now, without necessarily being aware of how it's shifting our energy, but
Mhm.
also we have to take a little bit of responsibility and go, what is the energy that I'm putting out there in the world based on how I'm reacting to things?
Yeah, I always ask myself, what if I could be 100% responsible for my whole environment? How I am, how I react, how I receive,
Mm,
how I give. When I can manage myself at a higher frequency, then my whole environment changes. People become nicer, they become more loving, and they're not doing the work I am. But because I'm creating that space, that's what I'm
mhm.
allowing in, that's what I'm putting out. And I'm being 100% responsible for all of it, me and them. I mean, magic happens. It's amazing. And again, it's not easy, but it's worth it.
Yeah, 100%. I was trying to scroll back really quick and see if I could find this. I should screenshot things when I see something, and then and then I'm interested. Somebody posted because I am one that talks a lot about being responsible for our reactions to things.
Yeah.
And someone had posted about that, saying sort of, it was not mean post by any means. It was just more on the argumentative side of it, going like that it's not fair because it implies that we're always in control of how we react. And what I responded is, I'm still going to share the message of being responsible for our reactions, because I'm not saying that we are always in control. A lot of us have those knee jerk sort of
Yeah.
reactions. But when we do that, now we have the opportunity to examine it and go, okay, why am I triggered?
Yeah.
What is, perhaps shift the reaction a little bit next time, and
Yeah.
understand how we got there.
Well, just like as anytime we fail, it's a lesson
Mm,
in what didn't work. I feel like this is the same kind of opportunity. It's a lesson in a place where maybe we need to do some work. Like, are we willing to do the work on ourselves to actually have a different reaction? And some
mm,
people say, no, this is just who I am. And if that's just who you are, I acknowledge and honor where you are in your journey.
yeah.
But I would say it's where you are, it's not who you are.
Oh, that's good. That is good. Yes.
Yeah.
It's where you are. It's not because I think uh Farhan, my co-host for Beyond 2D, talks about this a lot about who you be. Who are you being?
Yeah. Yeah.
And be separating from like what are you doing or how are you feeling? Like who are you being?
Beautiful.
And so I think that's so important to look at as
Mm.
well. Frank's talking about how meditations really help
Mm.
him
Yeah,
to get aligned with all of that as well.
absolutely.
So any big goals that you have for yourself for this year?
Well, I've talked a little bit about this new little side journey that I've
Mm,
taken with this new little project, and I am this close to launching it. And so I'm planning to have the website is built. I'm just waiting for a couple of technical online sales kind of pieces. The studio has been up, the content has been worked on, is continuing to be created. So I'm about to launch this new charm casting thing on social media. That'll be the main place that I share it. And so I'm going to have one of those online stores where you create a store inside of a social media
mm.
content. I've never done it. I've seen lots of people. I'm very excited about it. But the thing I'm most excited about is every time I want to work on it, I'm like, oh, I get to play. You know, like that's
Yeah.
my energy around it. Who wouldn't want to have that? That's what I mean. Like filling
Yes.
filling my work with things that I go, ooh, this is so exciting. I can't wait. So I'm pretty
That's
excited.
very exciting. It's
Yeah.
very exciting. And I'm excited to hear and see more about it. And hopefully we'll get to talk about more of it as time and how it's going for you and everything as you come on each month. It's gonna be great. Trista will of course be back every Monday, every first Monday of the month, as she did last year, and we're excited about that. So make sure you guys check out the schedule and come back when Trista's back. We're going to take a quick break. You guys can see the newly revamped network commercial, and we'll be right back after this.
Nice.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home. Where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Whether you type in The Breakthrough Show or thebreakthroughshownetwork.com, you will reach our website, and we invite you to go check out all of the amazing things that we have there, from old shows, new shows, current shows, events, all kinds of things. So go check that out. You can also click one of the buttons at the top will take you to every guest who's ever been on any of the shows. So that's a lot of fun to go scroll through all of the beautiful faces. We have
Very
some
cool.
really good looking people that come on these shows. If nothing else encourages you to tune in, there's nice looking folks.
Inside and out.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
Listen, as I mentioned, Trista is our network expert on the self-love, and so she's going to be sharing with you a tip, an affirmation, a trick, a something every time she comes to visit. So what do you have for us today, Trista?
Well, you know what? It is exactly 45 days till spring.
What?
I know. I checked. 45 days to the day until spring. And so I was thinking, you know, there's the spring cleaning, and we tend to do that in the spring, but do we do it for ourselves? And there's the spring cleaning.
Who's talking? Who is that? That's me. Go ahead. It was you.
It's so good. We want to hear it twice.
Yes.
So I think this is a great opportunity to think about things in your life that don't allow you to love yourself. You know, there was the whole spark joy movement and all that kind of stuff. And you can use that if it's drawn, but if you hated her, that's fine too. I know some people that said, you're not taking my stuff. But I'm wondering, is there anything, just look around your space wherever you are. Is there anything that you haven't used in months, or that makes you feel something less than positive about yourself? Maybe it's the bathroom scale. Maybe it's a book that, you know, you didn't like how you felt when you read it, or you're judging yourself that you haven't finished it. Like, what is in your space that lessens your love for yourself? And so I want to invite you, if you have something right now, just think about it. Like, do I want to keep this? Do I want to donate it? Do I want to throw it out? Do something active with something in your space that can forward your own self-love, self-worth. Tosha Silver, I know I've probably mentioned her before because she has a book that I love called It's Not Your Money. The book has nothing to do with money. It's about us. And one of her exercises is clean out, clear out, because when you clear out stagnant stuff, it clears out stagnant energy. Low energy hangs out in stagnance. So if we can lighten the load of the energy in our space, it allows us to feel lighter and more love for ourselves. So that's my invitation, to get spring weather here a little quicker by focusing on how can we declutter the things in our space that lower our self-love.
That, you know, I don't know if you all saw the groundhogs yesterday. The Punxsutawney Phil said it was going to be 6 more weeks of winter.
He always says that.
Beauregard, General Beauregard said 6 more weeks of winter, but Staten Island Chuck came through. He came through for us, everybody.
He's always the outlier, that guy.
Early spring. Listen, don't mess with New Englanders, okay? They will change your plans like that.
That's right.
Staten Island Chuck said it's going to be an early spring.
There we go.
So if you want to be like Staten Island Chuck, then everybody needs to send us a message over the next month and let us know something that you got rid of, something you did to clear space in your life, and we will mention it on the next show. You can email me, Jessica@thebreakthroughshow.com, or you can just come back and comment on this video, and I will find you.
Nice.
And we will talk about it next time Trista's on. I have so much. I really just need to overhaul. That's what I was looking around as you were talking. I'm like, I just need to overhaul this space, period. So that's what I will be doing over the next month.
Well, I want to say, you know, I mentioned before about how I've had to really deal with and manage anxiety. And one of the things that I have done is I have organized space in my house to manage how stressed out I feel in my house. It's made a huge difference. I am now a person, and you can ask anybody who knows me, this is not how I used to be. I am now a person who, if I walk through a room, I see something out of place, I put it away. I have little bins.
How do I do that? How do I get there? How do I get to be that Trista?
I mean, I don't want to say go get hit by a car, but that's what worked for me. That's how it worked for me. So I have little bins in my pantry that have specific things. We went to Costco yesterday, and my husband was like, I don't know how to deal with this. You're going to have to put all this stuff away. I'm like, great. Please don't touch it. Like, who is that? I'm like one of those people on TikTok that restocks their stuff. But because I've done that, I feel so much calmer and I feel so much more centered and so much more peaceful. And I didn't do it to feel that way. It was an after effect. Like, I didn't realize that that's why I was doing it. Maybe it's a nesting thing that comes naturally for things like that, but it has made such a huge difference. Yeah. And so that just really reinforces the whole declutter and organize thing. It really made a the difference I ever would have
And
thought.
I think one of the things that's been helpful for me around this topic has been that you don't necessarily have to throw things away, because
No.
sometimes that can make us more anxious. It does for me. I can't
Yeah.
speak for anybody else. Anytime someone talks to me about decluttering, I cry inside because I'm
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I have a really hard time with that. There's a long history that led up to to the way I feel about stuff.
Yeah.
But that being said, like I look around and I'm like, okay, everything's just sort of in weird spots. And then I have like my daughter's makeup she's left here, and whatever else. So maybe just reorganizing a little bit, taking some of
Yeah.
other people's things out of my space, and all of that. But I like my stuff, and I like to
Yeah.
have because everything here are these tiny little reminders. Even I'm gonna show you this real quick.
Okay.
Okay. So do you see this?
Oh, yes.
Is
Is
this
it water? Oh, is it an 8-ball? Magic 8-ball?
no.
Okay.
You would think this was a snow globe that my daughter made for me. Right.
Oh,
Where is it snowing? Okay, so this was a
space.
snow globe. So this is a really funny story. And the reason I haven't thrown this out is because it's served as a good reminder for me.
Mhm.
So they went to this thing at the library to make snow globes, and they had all of these different things that they could add there. But they didn't think about anything that they put in there if it would affect the water. And so the reason this is dark is because she put these two little trees in here that were dyed. And the
Oh.
more you shook it,
The
the
more the
more
dye
the
came off.
trees dyed the water. And now it looks like it's snowing in somewhere very dark.
Space.
You
It's snowing in space.
can kind of see a little, yeah,
Yeah.
you kind of see a little glitter. You can see a glimpse of whatever else she put in there. I don't even know. Oh, it's a melted snowman. There, so you could it's
Oh,
kind of creepy. You could see its
uh-huh.
little face. Anyway, it's creepy.
Yes.
But it reminds me this to think about things before you do them. Like how like
Mm.
goes back to what we were talking about. How
Yeah.
is your reaction? How is what you're doing going to affect everything
Yeah.
else that's around you? So
Yeah.
I keep this little creepy snow globe on my
Mhm.
desk for that reason. But so everything like that is here for a purpose, but it just
Yes.
needs to be to where I can enjoy it a little better, honor it a
Absolutely.
little better.
And,
Yeah.
just you're talking about, like, it doesn't mean you have to throw stuff away. You know how kids make art and you get so much art? And my niece and nephew were really into art for a while. My niece still is. So I got these frames that hold up to 100 pieces of art in a little section in the back.
You need to send me a link for that
I
because
will.
I saw
I
them
will.
and I need one.
Yeah, if we were in a different situation, I'd point to them on the camera, but they're up in my living room. It has the last art I got from them, but every other piece of art is saved. So I don't have to throw it out, but I also don't
Yeah.
have to have it cluttering my fridge, and it makes me feel more
I
calm and
love that.
organized and peaceful. Yeah, I'll send you a
Yes.
link to it. It's great.
Yes. And we will share that. I will go back and share it down
Okay.
below for you guys. If anybody else is it, because I saw that come across my feed and I'm like, that's a brilliant idea.
It is.
Because even as a mom, like I feel like I'm like, oh, that's gosh, the 120th picture is just as beautiful as
I
the
know.
last 119, and I love it. And I
Yeah,
love to encourage them, but it's like, where am I going to put this? Because it
for
stresses me
sure.
out. Where am I going to put it?
Now
We have
someone
so much
needs
room.
to invent something to do with cards that's like that.
Mm.
Right? Like something like, I don't know, a quilt with little plastic holder. I don't know. How do I keep cards from people? I don't want to throw those out
Yes.
either, but having them in a drawer just makes me upset.
Right.
So where can I do that with cards? So we need an idea for that too.
People get to work.
Can you
You
get
have
on?
work to do this year. Those of you that are creatives, inventives,
That's
figure it
right.
out.
That's right.
Figure it out. Yeah, I've shown before behind the scenes here. I have a bulletin board on my wall. Miss Brittany got to see it when she came over my little teeny tiny corner over here. But I have a bulletin board. It's full now. I have no room left. I
Mhm.
get the postcards from New York from Richard every month that we've had on the Breakthrough Show. I have pictures of friends and my signed things from people that have been on the show, Shelly Belly, Rory Kelly. I have all these great things, but I have no room left. What am I going to do? It
Yeah. Yeah.
stresses me out. I need more
Right.
room.
Exactly.
I need a room that is built from a bulletin board.
Like every
Wouldn't
wall
that?
is cork.
Yes. Wouldn't that be fun?
It would. I would just put one wall or maybe a piece of the wall as like whiteboard, and then
Oh,
the rest
yeah.
cork, right? So if you want to
Yes.
put up a good quote or,
Yeah. That
Yeah.
would be fantastic. One of the things that we love to do that we were not going to get rid of this year is birthdays. So we're going to do birthdays.
Can't get rid of
Yes.
those. We have to sing for you.
Yes. Everybody get ready. Here we go.
Get ready.
It's time to do
ready.
birthdays.
Happy birthday to you.
All right. So I'm going to be mentioning birthdays from today and tomorrow because we will not be here tomorrow. We'll be back Wednesday. But in the world of celebrity, Daddy Yankee's 48 years old. I love a little Daddy Yankee with the Zumba. The song Gasolina. You guys know that one? I probably couldn't have said that any more white than I just did, but here we are. Duolingo is not proud of me right now. Okay. Sean Kingston, your way to beautiful girl. Okay, Sean Kingston, 35 years old. Actress Isla Fisher's 49 years old today. And one of my favorite actors of all time, Warwick Davis, is 55 years old today. He's been in so many things. And I did not know until recently. I think he played 4 different characters in the Harry Potter series.
Oh my goodness.
And I had no idea. I thought he was just in there one time. So no, 4 characters. Warwick Davis, fantastic actor. The celebrities in my life today, Oleg Lohid, who you guys have seen many times, has a birthday today. Past show host Carol Ward has a birthday today. A friend of mine, Odlin Grant Rodriguez, has a birthday today. And tomorrow, sharing the day with me, we have Alan Knight, past co-host of The Breakthrough Show, Patrick Boone, my 2 dear friends from school time that we all went to school together, celebrated our birthdays together every year. Elizabeth DeFrancis and Sarah Kelly have birthdays tomorrow, as well as me.
It's you!
It's me.
Yay! It's your birthday tomorrow!
All right, let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday,
dear.
Daddy Yankee, Sean Kingston, Isla Fisher, Warwick Davis, Oleg Lohid, Carol Ward, Oslin Grant Rodriguez, Alan Knight, Patrick Boone, Elizabeth DeFrancis, Sarah Kelly, and me.
You, Jessica! Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. We're bopping over here.
And happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Yay. I'm excited. I'm 44 this year, which is a nice angel number that we have, very symbolic number. I like it. I'm here for it. It feels good. It's supposed to be a good year for Aquarians overall. So we're gonna roll with that. I don't know who said that, but okay.
But it's got to be true. It's got to be true.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about what's happening on the Breakthrough Show Network today and tomorrow. All right. So coming up today, after we leave here at 10:30 a.m., we have community meditation happening in our virtual community. You can go to thebreakthroughshownetwork.com. You'll see a little thing in the middle of the page where you put in your name and your email, and it takes you to our space. Go to the Tranquil Haven Meditation Room. Brittany Floyd is leading meditation this morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And then coming up this afternoon in our virtual co-working room, 12:55 p.m., we have our first official co-working of the year happening this afternoon. We also have another one on Friday, so stay tuned for that. And let's see, tomorrow's my birthday, so you all get the day off. I said that. I'll give you a permission slip. And then we'll be back for another episode of Project Joy Live on Wednesday. Anything you have going on, Miss Trista?
No. I mean, yes and no. My dog just joined us. She's on the couch next to me. She didn't sleep
Puppy.
with us today. Normally she does. But I think I'm just going to hang with her and do fun things. Play and work. Yeah.
I love it. I'm as I mentioned before, I'm so happy you're joining us again this season. We were gonna talk about in the beginning, I was like, let's talk about the Grammys a little bit, but Trista didn't watch them and I fell asleep halfway through them, proving that we probably don't, maybe we're past our prime. Maybe we're past our prime on the
Maybe we're
awards
past. I mean, I do feel like now that I hear my music, my generation's music as elevator music in the grocery stores when I'm shopping, that I might be past prime music season.
Yeah. Well, and here's the good news. When you tune into these shows now, all of our people are now receiving the like lifetime achievement awards.
I mean, that's bad. Those are the old folks.
Or worse than that, when they show up in all the people we've lost this year. Like it's you get to this point where it's like, can we please? That's why Project Joy is important, everybody, because you need your dose of joy in the morning because you're surrounded by all this other nonsense.
That's right.
That's it. That's it. I do have to give a quick shout out before we finish today. Something that's brought me a lot of joy over this last month. I'm finishing up the last week of a 28-day fitness challenge. Everybody in the Vibe Stars community with Rick, I just want to give you a little shout out. Say hello, good morning, bringing you joy. And you all have brought me so much joy over these last few weeks. We're finishing off our 4th week of the challenge. And it's brought me so much joy to see people's success, but to also see the way everybody's been there for each other. Like during the times where they're like, I had a horrible day and this was awful, and everybody just comes to the rescue and wants to virtual hugs and all of that. And so just sending you all so much love this morning. Thank you for having me a part of the community as well, and sending you the joy today.
That's great. I want to just shout out to Teresa.
Yes.
Says that loves hearing the old songs at Walmart. I don't know if you can pull it up.
Yes.
And may sometimes even dance if correctly inspired. Teresa, I'm dancing in public with you as well.
Yes.
I've got my own soundtrack going at all times. If Walmart speakers want to join in, that's good too. So let's dance joy through everywhere. I love it.
Yes. I'm down for. I am here for the grocery store dance parties. Especially when it's a little chilly in the frozen food section. Oh, wow. You got to move the body a little bit.
Got to move the body. That's right.
Trista, I love you so much. Thank you for being here with us today and for joining us as co-host for 2025.
I love you all so much. Thank you so much for inviting me to be part of this Joy Fest.
Yes. It's going to be so good. I love you all so very much today. Thank you for joining us for the season 6 premiere. We have lots in store. This year, we have Trista Polo joining us, Olivia Ambani, Brittany Floyd, Danielle Valero, my daughters, Leah Dugas, and we're bringing the teenage perspective this year because my daughter, Margine Dugas, is joining us as well. So get ready for, I don't know what. Okay. All right. You've been warned. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. I want to remind you that you are the joy, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.